What's up, everyone? So today we're going to do a video about what actually brought us into gaming and why we love games, and this was actually requested by Games One Master UK. We really appreciate the request, and we would love all kinds of more requests from whoever else. So Evan, you want to take it off of what brought you into gaming?
Yeah, it was. I was actually pretty young, 8 or 9 years old, and I grew up way out on the farm. I mean, I was outside of Cynthiana and didn't have cable.
Yeah, country boy.
Didn't have cable. Literally had 3 channels to watch on television.
Oh man!
And yeah, it was like back in the days where you had the big antenna and go out there and turn it to try to get the.
This was the 1950s.
Yeah, no, it was the 80s. The 80s. So yeah, not too far, but. So I got into it because, I mean, there was nothing to watch on TV ever. I mean, like I said, 3 channels and it sucked. And I didn't have cable, so I remember I went to a buddy's house and he had a Nintendo, the original Nintendo, and we sat down and played, and I mean, I was just hooked.
Just hooked like that, huh?
Just hooked, just like that.
Right.
So,
what games did you play on there?
The first game I ever played on Nintendo was the Duck Hunt, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, shooting the duck. I tried to shoot the dog. I think everybody tried to do that.
Could you shoot the dog?
No.
I never played that game.
You couldn't.
Okay.
You never played Duck Hunt?
No. Well,
Was
I
there
played
a dog
Duck
on
Hunt.
the game?
Huh?
Was there a dog on the game?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
shot
you
the
was
duck.
talking about trying to shoot the, like, they had the actual gun, right?
Yeah, it was.
I thought you were just talking about a dog in the room.
No, there was a dog on the game when he shot the ducks.
Yeah.
He'd go get the dog would go get the ducks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, but if you missed the ducks, the damn dog he'd laugh at you and it just piss you off, really. So you'd sit there and
I feel like I remember my cousin had that game when we were little.
Yeah,
It's pretty neat.
that game was amazing. So after I got home from my buddy's house, I worked that summer for my pep ball for, I think it was like $3 an hour or something. Of course, I was only 8 years old, so I wasn't doing much.
Yeah.
Took me that whole summer to save up because my dad, he was like, I ain't wasting money on that shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what hooked me on it, because it was just something to do, you know, on the downtime. Because, like I said,
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
no TV shows. So
That's a good story. It's a lot better than mine, but that's a good story. So, Ryan?
Yeah, for me, I was 5 years old, and the Nintendo 64 had just come out, I think, previously. So when I was 5, it was 1998, so I'm not sure exactly when it came out, but I got it for my 5th birthday. I got Cruising USA, which is a racing game, and I think I had a couple of more games. I think it was Diddy Kong Racing. I had that. My dad bought me that, and we sat there when I first got it. I was so excited. I could vividly remember, you know, just being infatuated with it. And what's weird is I don't remember before that ever having an interest in video games. Like, I think I had. Yeah, I didn't have anything. Any sort of console or anything. And I sat there on the floor for just days, just playing Cruising USA, and I found all the little shortcuts that you could take during the races, and I unlocked all the cars and stuff. And actually, when I say unlock the cars, I didn't have like a memory card or anything, so every time I turned the Nintendo off, all the stuff reset.
Yeah.
So that was like my routine daily, is to just unlock that stuff. So I started off with that, and then eventually I got more games. I got James Bond 007 on this classic game. Played the heck out of that game, and then, you know, as time progressed, I just had every console that came out pretty much. Except, actually, I had the PlayStation 1. I didn't play it very much.
Really?
So I skipped the PS2, skipped the PS3, and I stuck with Xbox. I had the original Xbox, got the 360, and just played that to death. All those, that whole, you know, just that whole entire point in my life, like pretty much my entire life, I played games. So that was sort of my start in gaming. What really got me interested. It was just the fact that my dad bought me one. You know, it wasn't a specific video or a specific like TV commercial. It was just, you know, dad bought me one, and ever since then, the rest is history.
Oh yeah. So I actually got into gaming starting with the Sega Genesis, old console.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot to say.
Yeah, I got the unfortunate side, I guess. I got the Sega instead of the Nintendo, depending on your viewpoint on that.
Yeah.
But I was huge into Power Rangers when I was a kid, like, you know, 4 years old or whatever.
I think everybody
that's
was.
when I had the Sega, and there was a Power Ranger game on there, and Oh man, the very last level in the game, you got to fight in the what are they called, the Megazords or whatever, the big machine when all their
I don't know. I didn't play those.
Come together.
I can't. Yeah, when they all come together, I can't remember what they're called. But the very last level, I think you fought on the moon, and you got to fight in the big machine or whatever, and loved it, man.
So
loved
that got you hooked.
Yeah, it hooked me, and
So you weren't hooked before that time?
well, no, I was young. I was like four,
Oh, okay,
four
so
or so.
you're
So
like
yeah,
Gotcha.
I was too young to play games before that. But going into my first Nintendo experience was with I think the Super Nintendo, playing Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, okay.
Playing that with my dad, and that's what probably literally hooked me, because just
Oh, I see. So that's kind of interesting. Like, because you know, my dad played with me, your dad played with you. So
yeah, and that
kinda
was
weird.
great, man. I can remember
That's
trying all night to beat a level, and I passed out, and Dad actually finally beat it and woke me up, and it was oh man, it was awesome. But
Yeah, good memories.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. So you guys have anything else to say?
Well, I'll have to say that actually, like my story, that actually got my dad hooked. My dad's a gamer now.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
So yeah, I mean, all my old consoles, he won't go out and buy it because he's like, I don't want to spend money on that. But like, whenever I progressed, I had PlayStation 1. I went to PlayStation 2. I'd give him the PS1.
And I see. So he's a generation behind.
Oh yeah, he's always a generation behind. But
hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so nothing wrong. What's important is that he's playing.
Yeah.
And I've already got my 7-year-old hooked. He's got a PS4.
Yeah.
My 3-year-old just is constantly wanting me to play. It's that motorcycle game I'm always on.
That bike game.
Trials Fusion.
Yeah.
Trials Fusion. That's a good game, but when you sit there and play it over and over for a 3-year-old,
It's old.
it's old. But he loves it, so I'm gonna have 2 more generations of gamers in my family.
There you go.
So,
yeah. That's awesome, man. That's gaming's great to bring everybody together. Really.
it is.
Yeah, it's good to bring friends together, family.
absolutely.
You know, it's a really fun.
Yeah, fun hobby.
Yeah, it's good. But
All right, guys. So once again, thank you so much to Games Master UK for suggesting this topic. Something that we hadn't considered doing before.
Yeah,
but I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're going to film the show next. So hopefully you enjoy. Take care.
peace.